What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. All right, so today's video, I got some fun stuff planned for you guys. As you can see, I got another 740. So if you guys don't know already, this is actually the 75th or 76th Volvo 740 that I've owned in my lifetime. I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but when a 740 gets offered to me for less than $500, I just really can't say no. So what the plan is today, guys, I'm going to be showing this car to you real quick, just kind of a brief overview of the car, what I got it for, some stuff that came with it. And then once we're done that, we're actually going to head up the mountain. It's a really nice day here in Mexico, and we got a lot of snow up on the mountain last night. So it's a bluebird day. I actually got my snowboard in the back of the wagon here. So we're going to be heading up the mountain. I actually have my helmet with the GoPro mount on it. So this road is super fun to drive up. So I'm actually going to put my GoPro on the helmet and we're going to do some snow drifting on the way up. I'm not too sure where the snow line starts, so I think we'll have to get a ways up the road before we actually reach some snow on the road. But we're going to see how this naturally aspirated automatic wagon performs. And then once we get to the top, guys, I figured it'd be kind of fun to hook the GoPro up onto myself while I snowboard down the mountain for a couple runs. That'll be pretty much the video. So I got this car from my good friend Hayden, so shout out to Hayden. The car's name is Hayden. He gave it to me for $400, which is, you know, in today's kind of market, that's a pretty sick deal. Like I said, if I find a 740 for less than $500, I always basically just pick it up, because why not? You can't really lose if you're getting a 740 in any shape, any condition for less than 500 bucks. So this is a 1991 automatic non-turbo car, so a really base model 740. It's got a 410 locker rear end. So actually what we did a couple days ago is did the locker mod. So now we have 2-tire fire for like you know, all speeds, instead of the locker unlocking at 40 kilometers an hour like they do from the factory. So overall it's a pretty beater 740, I would say. It runs and drives fairly well, but it's, you know, it's got a lot of kilometers on it and it's definitely been well used. So this thing's got about 437,000 kilometers on it. And as you can see, I'm rocking my Bluetooth speaker in here because it doesn't really have a stereo system of any sort. A couple of cool things that came with the car, like it had this aftermarket seat installed, so a little more comfy, holds you in a bit better than the factory Volvo seats. If we go under the hood here, show you that real quick. Really nothing special, nothing really to show you, but hey, may as well. So, oh, I got my coat there. So the hood actually has a slight bend in it, like it's creased up like this or whatever. So the other night it was pouring rain, like torrential downpours, and it seemed like a little bit of water actually dripped down here and got on the distributor, and it started to make the car misfire. So I put that whatever, it was one of my shirts that was laying around, I literally stuffed it in there so it would prevent it from water getting into the distributor, but seems to be fine now. It hasn't given me an issue since I did that. It's a nice day, so I don't got to worry today. But you know, Hayden used this car for like a daily driver for a long time. It's a Regina car, so it's not a Bosch fuel injection system, which is less desirable in my opinion. You know, it's nicer to have the Bosch LH 2.2 or LH 2.4 system, but some of these Regina cars are honestly like dead reliable. This one's still running pretty good at 440,000 kilometers, so you know, you can't really give it too much heck for that. Actually the other day, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but I welded a full exhaust system on it. So basically just a straight pipe right from the downpipe and then into this big beefy muffler. So nothing too crazy, but yeah, the car came with a dog crate. So if you look, it's got one of these. I think these are actually kind of rare as far as like aftermarket Volvo or factory Volvo options. Yeah, tan gross interior, it's got no carpet, blah blah blah. So anyways, guys, pretty standard 740. I picked it up basically just to cruise around in for a little bit. My truck I had on the road, and I wasn't really like driving it through the winter because all the salt was, you know, rusting out the wheels and it was rusting out the body and stuff. So I figured I'd let the Cummins chill for a bit, took insurance off it, and now I have this 740 to cruise around in for a little bit. So we'll see what happens. So before I start the video here, guys, I want to let you know that we actually have a merchandise sale on right now. So it's a 25% off sale using the code SWEDSLEDS. If you go to the Drifts and Lifts store, The link to the store is in the description of this video. We have our Epic Volvo Drift hoodies for sale, and if you use the code SWEDSLEDS, we're gonna give you 25% off your whole order. So check out the Drifts and Lifts store and cop some merch if you want to support the channel. It's the best way to do it. I have to get rid of all these hoodies that are in my living room before I can get new designs and start making some new stuff for you guys. So this car, guys, has a good set of snow tires on the back. I put these on this morning because I knew I was going to be going up the mountain. On the front, I was too lazy this morning, and the set of snow tires I had for the front, I needed to put spacers on, and it was too much messing around. I wanted to get going this morning, so these tires have tread on them. They're pretty beefy. I think they'll be fine. It might be a little bit understeery, but we'll have to see how she goes. So let's throw the GoPro onto my helmet. Let's head up the mountain and have some fun, guys. Start this thing up. Starts good. I actually just did an oil change on it to 1540. It honestly runs pretty good, this motor. No complaints. It hasn't really given me any issues yet, so for a $400 Volvo, you know, can't go wrong. This is full throttle. It's definitely not fast. Full throttle. Do not have a lot of grip. You can definitely feel. I don't want to be too crazy here, guys, because I don't want to like crash into somebody, but the road honestly doesn't really have much snow on it. It's kind of like a mix of gravel and snow, so it's still pretty grippy, honestly. Quite a bit of grip. I think these tires are pretty good in the back. Okay, a little bit of slippiness there. Oh, now she's getting more slick for sure. Yeah, these front tires don't got nothing. Holy shit. Don't want to go off there. Okay, she's getting slick up here. Oh, it's like ice now. Driving this car with the rear end. Lots of grip though once you get to the gravel. Washboard. Guys, pretty nice view up here. Foot to the floor. Get a bit of a mangy going. Alright. guys, so once it gets to this grippy gravel section, you actually start gripping up pretty bad. So this car really doesn't have a lot of power, so it's pretty much foot to the floor and kind of see what happens. But hey guys, we're almost at the top of the mountain now. All right guys, so we made it up the mountain. Hayden, the NA Auto wagon, did pretty good. These tires were like, you know, they did the job. Good enough for snow tires. The front tires were a little bit slippery because they're not snow tires. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is head up the mountain and hopefully catch a bit of powder. It looks like a lot of it's already carved out. Got here a little bit late, but yeah, shouldn't be too bad. This car is definitely not a bad, you know, purchase for 400 bucks. I'm pretty happy with it. I might sell it. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with it. You know, maybe I can upgrade it for like a better daily driver Volvo. We'll see what happens. I'm going to be riding my snowboard wearing my drift helmet that I wear for track days. I'm going to look like a bit of a dork, but that's cool because it's got my GoPro mount on it. All right guys, so we're up on the chairlift up at Sasquatch Mountain here. I've been to this mountain like 4 times this year. It's a pretty good mountain. Like I said, it's really close to our house, only like a 45-minute drive. So anytime there's a good powder day, I usually try to come up here. Pretty small mountain. There's like a couple chairlifts, but you know, British Columbia, Canada has pretty good conditions as far as powder goes and getting lots of snow. So last run guys, my GoPro battery died, so I actually didn't get to do a nice run. I went on the some like off the groomer runs and there was quite a bit of powder, but it was pretty chopped up already. So I think this run I'm just gonna rip down the groomer and do it that way. All right guys, so I just got strapped up here and I noticed that my binding is loose, which is like kind of funny. So I got variable geometry on this front foot. I'm a regular rider, so I've been riding regular my whole life. I'm not the craziest. I don't, you know, I snowboard like maybe 5 or 6 times a year, so I usually try to stick to the powder days just because I don't like getting injured. And I have my board set up fairly powder biased, so the bindings are more based to the rear of the board. I don't ride switch or anything like that, so yeah, I'm a pretty casual boarder. I just like to, you know, take a couple puffs and freaking go for a cruise. Pretty nice snow right now though. Super comfy. Best part about snowboarding is that back leg burn. Gosh. Always the first time out every year is so brutal too. Like, I lift weights like on a regular basis. That's why the channel is called Drifts and Lifts. But something about snowboarding definitely burns out your back leg like nothing else can. I honestly feel pretty safe with this helmet on. Alright guys, so fun couple of runs up on the hill there. We got Sarah over there in her 740. She came to do some snowboarding today. So yeah, you know, a couple fun runs. Not like the best day for powder, but definitely not too bad. Really beautiful day. So yeah, it's pretty much a wrap up of the video, guys. I just wanted to show you the new wagon and go for a little bit of a rip in it. You know, it's a $400 Volvo, and actually, I'm not sure if I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I totally forget, but it actually came with the 16 valve head, which I already sold and made most of the money back on this car. So it's more or less like pretty much a free Volvo. So, you know, you cannot go wrong with a free Volvo. Let me know in the comments if you have ever got a free Volvo off of anybody. Anyways, guys, lots of stuff to come for the channel. We have the ARP head studs coming from Yoshi Fab. They're gonna be here any day, so I can get the panel wagon back and going. And you know, we should be hitting some drift events soon, and we're gonna throw it back on the dyno at Post Haste Performance and crank it up to hopefully some really good horsepower numbers next time. And before I go, guys, make sure to check out the Drifts and Lifts store. Remember, we have our 25% off sale going right now, so use the code SWEDSLEDS to get 25% off on your whole order, and just so I can get rid of all these hoodies and make some more designs for you guys. So anyways, I'll leave you there. Like and subscribe for Volvo pierogies. Peace out.